What is going on, people? Day number 22 of the 31 Days Hath October series, which, for those of you who don't know, is my challenge videos, I guess you want to call it, where I'm doing 31 horror movie reviews, technically in 31 days, or something horror related for every day of the month of October. If you haven't checked out the first 21 days, go ahead and check them out. But I'm not the only one who's doing some kind of 31 days. Whole bunch of people are doing it, so check the description so you can check out everyone else who's doing something. If you've seen the movies I've reviewed, or if you don't care about the movies I review, there's a whole bunch of other people that are doing some kind of 31 days. Everybody loves watching horror movies during the month of October, so, it's one of those things where if you're looking for something to watch, just watch our videos and you'll find something or other to watch. I call it the 31 Days Hath October. People call it 31 Days of Halloween, 31 Days of Horror. I try to do more independent titles, and I try to do them in alphabetical order. Doesn't always work that way, but I do try. And then throughout the month, I'll throw a little different thing in, whether maybe not be a review. But today, if you couldn't tell by the title, I got in the mail a few different things. One being Horror Pack, and another one I got through eBay. So I'm going to open up a few packages. So it'll be a little bit different than your typical, standard review. So hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully, you don't mind too much. So, but before I open up anything in this video, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this update or whatever you want to call it, hit that thumbs up. And of course, hit that bell button. Don't technically have to do it this month because you're still going to get another, 9 days of this, another 8 days after this of constant videos. So you don't have to worry about that too much. But after, hit it now. So after this month is over, usually I take a few days off, maybe a week of just, doing this for an entire month kind of takes a lot. So hit that bell button so you know when I do start uploading more stuff. Comment in the comment section. Share this video. The whole deal. So anyway, what I'm going to do first, instead of opening Horror Pack, I'll get that after. I'm going to open up this one. I got the message, so I know what this is. Never saw it before, to tell you the truth, but I heard about it because one of my buddies, I think the 13th Wolfman mentioned it. A few different people mentioned it. But this is a movie that it seems like it's like the predecessor to, what do you want to call it? No, I can't even think of the freaking name of it. Deathgasm kind of deal, where it's like rock and, horror kind of meshing together. When you think of Trick or Treat, you think of, when I heard Trick or Treat, it was the anthology film with the little, Sam and all that stuff, and really good movie. But then I heard, they're like, oh yeah, did you see Trick or Treat? I'm like, yeah, the one with the, and they're like, no, there's another movie out from, what year did this come out? What year does it say? 1986. And it's called Trick or Treat, The Ultimate Comeback. So, have never seen this one, don't know too much about it, but I know from the trailers it looks like it's a combination of like rock music and what's his name's in here? I think who's in here? Gene Simmons, it says, with a special appearance by Ozzy Osbourne. I thought there was someone else that I saw, and I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe it was Gene Simmons. But anyway, it says, what are you afraid of? It's only rock and roll. The mesmerizing horror adventure takes you on a terrifying dark side of rock and roll. Mark Price stars as Eddie Weinbauer, a teenage outcast who idolizes Sammy Kerr, a heavy metal rock superstar. After Sammy dies in a violent death, his spirit returns to help Eddie get his way through high school tormentors. In doing so, Sammy begins to gain control of Eddie's life and brings him deeper into the world of the occult. When Eddie realizes that he's become the tool of Sammy's evil rampage, he attempts to stop him. The horrifying events that follow leave no one unscathed. Special features, behind the scenes, Trick or Treat, the album, and theatrical trailer and TV spot. So I heard, good things about this one. Never owned it, never saw it, never anything. So not 100% sure. So probably right after this video, I'm going to pop this one in just to check what it is. And then, like I said, for those of you who don't know what Horror Pack is a monthly subscription service where you can either buy the Blu Rays, the DVDs, or you can buy both. If you're looking to start a horror movie collection, bulk up a horror movie collection, this is probably one of the best ways to do it. Some of the times I already have the movies. A lot of the times I have like 2 or 3 out of it. The reason I continue to get the box is because they do have Horror Pack exclusive movies, which pretty much Horror Pack is the release for the movie, whether it be never released before and they put it out on physical media, or it's only been released on DVD and they put it on Blu-ray and stuff. So Horror Pack, like I said, probably one of the better ways to build or bulk up a collection. You get 4 movies. They never double. You're never going to get the same one. And if you buy the DVD pack and the Blu-ray pack, they're going to be 4 or 8 completely separate movies. So starts at $23.99 or $24.99 for the Blu-rays a month, and then $19.99 for the DVDs. And the more you sign up, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or the year, it gets cheaper. You buy, like, if you buy the year, it comes at one price, like a $200 or $300 price for the year, but it's cheaper overall. So what Horror Pack also does, it's got a whole bunch of special features, a whole bunch of social media, Twitter, a Facebook page, pretty much everything, Instagram. And what they do is throughout the month, they'll give you clues to what's coming in that month's box. So what I try to do, I'll read the clues and then try to guess. Most of the time with the Horror Pack exclusive, I can't guess it because a lot of the times it's a movie I've never seen. Only one time did I have all 4 movies in the pack, where I also had the Horror Pack exclusive because we had the director on the podcast that I'm a part of, and then I bought the movie from him, kind of deal. So anyway, first clue that they give you is the original high school bloodbath. So that one kind of sounds like Carrie, because I know at one point in time, especially towards the end of the movie, when she finds out about her telekinesis, she locks everybody in the high school, like auditorium and gym, and then all hell breaks loose. So I'm gonna guess it's Carrie with the original high school bloodbath. And I gotta find the other clues. Like I said, they are on the Instagram. So it's like Multiplicity, but with corpses. It's like Multiplicity, but with corpses. I have no idea what that one would be. Multiplicity, but with corpses. It sounds interesting because I do enjoy Multiplicity. So what would it be? I couldn't even guess. No idea. It's like Multiplicity, but with corpses. So it does that clue does sound interesting, but I've never heard of it before. So that's DVD pack. So one's a school bloodbath, which I'm guessing Carrie. One's Multiplicity, but with corpses. No clue. And let me just see. Blu-ray pack. Okay. Halloween Night and Deadly Curses do not mix. Halloween Night and Deadly Curses do not. Maybe it's Halloween 8 Curse of Michael Myers. I'll go with that one. And then the last one is... Where is it? Where is the last one? Oh, some things can only be seen in the dark. That sounds familiar. Some things can only be seen in the dark. The premise sounds so familiar, but I can't put a name on the movie. I don't want to say The Darkness because I don't think that has. I kept it on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know. I don't know. So some things can only be seen in the dark. The Halloween and the Curse, the original High School Bloodbath, and Multiplicity, but with corpses. So we'll figure this out, and we'll see how dumb I look by not remembering names and not guessing the right thing. So what I do, they give you a nice, different. I'm going to say that's the special edition. So I'm not going to pull that one out yet. I'm going to try to leave it to the end. I could be completely wrong. Half the time I am. But it has a different packaging. And sometimes if you get, they do get the Horror Pack exclusive, you get it signed. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, the first one I pull out is... Alright, so I was correct on that one. And that's Carrie. I already own this one. But this is, I'm guessing, the original High School Bloodbath. Really fun movie, like I said. Has, telekinesis powers and all that stuff, especially towards the end. We'll pull this one out next. And this is, was it the... I don't think this was the movie I was thinking of, but it makes sense. This is probably the one that can only be seen in the dark or whatever, and that's Lights Out. Already do own this one. So... 0 for 2 with movies I do not own. The last couple times I've gotten 2 or 3 movies that I never owned, but this one not so much. But anyway, the next one I pull out is... Alright, this... I thought it was going to be this because I do actually own it. This is a Raven Banner release, but I own the Artsploitation Films release. And this one, I should have thought it's called Dead Dicks. If you look in my previous videos and all that stuff, I do actually have a review for this movie because it is pretty interesting. It's like a different take on a movie where this guy just keeps on like recycling because there's a thing in his wall that I guess he tried to kill himself the one time, not thinking anything, woke up, found his original dead body, and it's just like a repeating cycle. So it is pretty interesting. Like I said, I do have it's the same cover and all that stuff, but this is the Raven Banner version, and this is the Artsploitation Films version. So this one has a bunch of writing on it and all that stuff, and the Dead Dicks is on top. But this one, like I said, is a little bit different. But yeah, it's Artsploitation Films, and one's Raven Banner. So I guess sometimes the companies will pick up the same one or whatever. But it is a very interesting movie, I must say. Definitely not like your typical horror. It's more of a like mind bender kind of deal, but definitely an interesting one. So I was correct. This one is the Horror Pack exclusive. Like I said, sometimes when it comes in this, it might be signed. Can't say that 100%, but it might be signed. So let's see. You had the Multiplicity. You had the Carrie. So this one is The Night on Halloween and The Night of Curses. So we'll figure out what this movie is. And it's not going to be The Curse of Michael Myers because I'm guessing. All right. So this is one that I also already own. So there's 2 Horror Pack exclusives that I already did own. But it is a very interesting film. They are actually making a second one. I don't know if it's getting taped or if it still has a Indiegogo going on or, crowdfunding for it. But it is, I don't want to say, I guess you can call it a creature feature kind of deal. But the movie is called The Barn. This one, like I said, I do own, right. Where's my Scream Team releasing? I got it somewhere. It might be up in the corner. I forget exactly where some of my movies are. Actually, if I look for a certain cover, I'll be able to see it in 2 seconds. I can't find it. But anyway, The Barn. Like I said, it is it's a creature feature, kind of, technically. There's 3 different killers. There's this, like, scarecrow-looking guy. There's almost like what do you want to call it? My Bloody Valentine, where he's like a minor type deal, and then there's a thing with a pumpkin head, and it's pretty much these three things taking over this town and such. So I do actually own all of these movies, so pretty interesting. But you know, sometimes that's you spin the wheel, and sometimes you get it, and sometimes you don't. So this is the Barn, the Horror Pack limited edition. So yeah, the Barn. This is Dead Dicks. Then you have Lights Out and Karen. So for those of you who've never owned any of these movies, it's a pretty good pack, to tell you the truth. These two movies especially, I really did like. You know, Carrie's a classic for sure, and Lights Out was decent. So yeah, that's this month's pack for Horror Pack. This is day number 22 of the 31 days, half October. Like I said, sometimes if I don't have a review to do, you know, sometimes reviews get a little bit old, especially when you do 21 of them in a row. But I'm going to get back into it tomorrow when I get back from work. And, you know, we'll finish out this month strong. And, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you, like I said, haven't already, hit that bell button for after this month. And, what else? Check the show notes. I always say show notes. I got it stuck in my head. Check the description for everything that I talked about. I'll leave all the links for Horror Pack, where you can purchase it. I'll leave all the links for everybody else doing some kind of 31 days. I'll leave my own links for my social media. I got a Facebook fan page, got a Twitter, got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. I'm part of the Dorkening every Tuesday night, the Wicked Horror Show, where we talk to independent actors, actresses, directors, and so on and so forth about horror movies. And yeah, I guess that's really about it. Leave some comments. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies. Eventually, I got a whole stack. Eventually, I have to do another giveaway or something, maybe at the end of the month. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. And I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.